Naples, Florida, beaches, sunshine, and one of the best lifestyles in the country. But how much does it really cost to live here? And how much do you need to earn to live comfortably, whether you rent or buy? I'm going to walk you through that today using real numbers. We'll talk rent prices, home prices, monthly costs, and income needed, so you can figure out what's realistic for your situation. This channel focuses on everything to do with Southwest Florida. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home here, or you have some questions, call or text me at 239-450-5786. Let's define what living comfortably really means. Most financial experts and lenders say your housing costs should stay under 30% of your gross income. That includes mortgage or rent, property taxes, insurance, and HOA fees if you have them. Now, Dave Ramsey goes even tighter. He says housing should be no more than 25% of your take-home pay. Now, I personally have followed and agree with many of Dave Ramsey's principles, and if you can stick to them all, awesome. But here in Southwest Florida, where costs are rising, the 30% rule is probably a more realistic guide. That's what we'll use today. I'm going to show you what that 30% rule looks like in the real world, using real numbers here in Naples, from rentals to homes for sale. We'll break down the monthly costs and the income you need to live comfortably, and I'll show you where your dollar can go a little further too. Now, a quick note before we get into the numbers. I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not a mortgage lender. I'm a realtor, and my goal here is to give you a solid starting point using basic guidelines and real-world examples. When it comes to your personal situation, your debt, credit, income, savings, it's really important to sit down with a licensed mortgage professional or a financial advisor. If you don't have someone you trust yet, call or text me. I'll connect you with one of my go-to lenders or advisors who can help you figure out your actual comfort zone. Let's start with renting. As of early 2025, the average one-bedroom apartment in Naples rents for around $2,000 a month. A two-bedroom will run you about $2,300. A three-bedroom apartment or smaller house typically falls between $2,800 and $3,200 per month. Add in utilities, internet, and renter's insurance, and you're looking at a total monthly cost of about $2,500 to $4,000. To stay under that 30% threshold, you need to earn between $100,000 and $140,000 per year. That's the reality for renters in Naples today. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you're already paying $3,000 or more to rent, it might make more sense to own, especially if you plan to stay here for a few years. Let's look at 4 real ownership examples with total monthly costs and how much income you need to afford each one. Let's start with a $300,000 condo. Now, there are condos in Naples for under $300,000, especially older units or in active adult communities. But we'll use $300,000 as a mid-range example with a 20% down payment plus taxes, insurance, and an HOA of about $550 a month. Your total monthly payment would land around $2,350. That means you'd need to earn about $94,000 a year to live comfortably. This is one of the most approachable entry points for ownership here in Naples. Next up, a $450,000 single-family home with a $250 a month HOA. Your estimated monthly cost with a standard loan, taxes, and insurance would come out to around $3,115 per month. To keep that affordable, you want to make about $125,000 a year. This is a solid middle tier option, manageable size, modest community fees, and a lot of homes available in this range. Next, a $500,000 single family home with no HOA. This is common in areas like the Golden Gate Estates, where you'll get a little more land and fewer restrictions. Now, monthly costs here would be around $3,180, and you'd need to earn around $127,000 a year to stay comfortable. Now, pro tip, you save on HOA fees, but you might pay a little bit more for insurance or maintenance of the property. And last, a $600,000 home in a higher end gated community with a $350 monthly HOA, all in, your monthly cost lands around $4,170, which means you need to have an income of about $167,000 per year to stay under that 30% threshold. This is pretty close to the median home price in Naples right now, especially for newer construction or well-kept communities. Now, those numbers can feel heavy, and they are. The reason: home prices in Naples have jumped, and they haven't come down much. Add rising insurance, interest rates, and HOA fees, and you can see why monthly costs are outpacing income growth. But don't worry, there are still options if those numbers feel too far off. If you're flexible on location, there are great affordable alternatives just outside of Naples. In Ave Maria, you can still find new homes in the low 400,000s. Golden Gate Estates, while still technically Naples, has more freedom, no HOA, and homes starting from $450,000 to $550,000 and up. And over in Cape Coral or Lehigh Acres, homes start in the mid to high 300,000s. In these areas, you're looking at a monthly payment closer to $2,800 to $3,300 per month, which means you only need to earn about $100,000 to $120,000 a year. It's the same Florida lifestyle, just with more breathing room. So now you've seen the numbers. Some of them might fit your budget, some might feel a little out of reach, but now you know what's real. And if you're somewhere in the middle, let's run your numbers together. Text or call me at 239-450-5786, and I'll help you figure out what you can afford right now. And don't forget, I put everything from this video into a free downloadable guide, including a worksheet to calculate your comfort zone. You'll find that link in the description below. I'm Dan Bassar with Real Broker. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified about my future videos. And I'll see you in the next video.